All right, y'all. Welcome to the Chop Up with the Myself the Podcast. You already know the vibes. I'm your girl, Coach. And here we got Mr. Mackie himself, Plan B Events. Am I right?
Plan B.
Listen, right now we are here at Reset, Midtown, precise. And it's Bacchanal Brunch. If you don't already know the vibes, this is once a month, all right? It's culture, it's vibes, on vibes, all right? Great people, great music, straight vibes, and
Every first Saturday.
every first Saturday. Now, wait, the location sometimes changes, right? Or we here?
We're here, but every now and then we switch it up a little bit.
Just to kind of give a little zazz.
Right.
I feel that, okay? So, Mackie, go ahead and introduce yourself. Let them know, let people know who you are.
Everybody calls me Mackie. I live in Houston, born and raised in Dominica, in the Caribbean. And I've been doing events ever since I was 16. So this is like a passion of mine. I like seeing people happy. I like seeing people enjoy themselves. And I like giving them in a space where they can feel comfortable.
So, real quick, Dominica, not the same as Dominican Republic.
Definitely not. So, respect the Dominican Republic, but Dominica, we speak English. You know, we are the island of bouillon music. So if you love bouillon music, if you love nasty business, that's where it comes from. Is Dominica, 265 rivers. And it's just a country of beautiful, lovely people.
And it's funny because here in Houston, you see, since I've been here, and I've been here for 3 years now,
Right.
I've seen more of the population of small islands.
Yeah.
Dominica would be considered a small island,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So I've seen more of the population of small islands,
Yeah,
but a
Houston,
massive of them. Like, you know,
Houston has a lot of small island capacity.
y'all represent.
Dominica, VI, you know, St. Lucia.
Right.
There's a lot of us here.
And them flags be coming up at the
Oh, yeah,
events.
for sure.
Listen, y'all
For sure.
represent for sure. And so you said that you basically was raised here.
I was raised in Dominica.
Okay.
I moved here to come to school.
Right, okay.
Went to university.
When you come here?
I've been here for about 18 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you tell your age. It's okay.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
Okay. And so coming here, what was the main reason? So what did you study in school that kind of helped you migrate into the passion of wanting to be able to serve the people with culture and vibes?
I've been doing that. Even before I moved up
Really?
here. Yeah.
Okay.
Back in
So
Dominica, I was young, from 16, 17. I've been doing events. High school, in what they call sixth form college,
Yeah.
which is like 2 years of college work. I did that all then. After I graduated that and I started working, I did a whole heap of events. I've done pageants, I've done cultural events, I've done community work. I'm just
So
a people person.
it's an open range of different events to be able to kind of see
Oh, yeah.
where you gravitate or be able to further advance your not just experiences but your talents in a sense, right?
Correct, correct.
Okay. All right. And so ideally, would this be your niche, you would say?
This will be the next.
Yeah.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time in Houston helping other promoters and other event planners do events. So I've always been a person to stay in the background and just do it. But then I know 4 years ago, during the pandemic, I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go out and do my own thing.
Do your own thing.
Yeah. And I started
Sometimes it does
with
take
culture.
that. And it's been flourishing.
So
It has flourished, and
Yeah.
nonetheless, you know what I'm
From-
saying? The sky's the limit on that.
surprisingly from day one. But that comes with a lot of planning, a lot of hard work, a very good team, and just the confidence to go in and do it.
Would that be more so the advice that you would give others that are looking to get into just whether it be event planning, whether it be party promotion? There's a big difference between promoting and then actually throwing the events, curating.
Actually curating the event, yes. I would tell them just be very ready to work hard. You have to work harder than the next person. You have to work the hardest on your team, and you have to work harder than the next guy. But the very first thing is come up with a good product. If you have a good product, a good service, whatever it is that you do, once it's good, the people are gonna come. Now it's just up to you to market it the right way, work hard, have consistency, and just put on a good show for the people.
Okay. So, being in the city where service is everything, right? This is a service market, service-based city.
Right.
In regards to promoting events, curating events, trying to be different from the next. How would you say that you were able to kind of create something where you were able to kind of stand away from everybody else? Now, granted, yes, you're still a planner in a sense. You know what I'm saying? You're still an event curator, but in a sense, also, you have other people like the hip hop crowd, the I don't know, house crowd, you know, things of that nature, right? You specifically kind of give the service for Caribbeans, right? Afrobeats as well too. You know what I'm saying? You kind of mix the culture. Let's just say you kind of give the culture experience.
Yes.
You do realize that some people are going to try to bite that. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's all right. But sometimes, you know, you can try to make the sauce as best as you can. But if you don't have the sauce, you just don't have it.
If you don't have the sauce, you just don't have it. Your spaghetti stinks. But nonetheless.
But for me, the most important thing too is even before I started to do anything, I listen to the people. I listen to hear what they want, and I put all those constructive criticisms together and came up with something that's going to please them.
And what exactly did they want? What were
they wanted a space. They were tired of going to hip hop events and American events downtown. They wanted something for them that they can go downtown. Because when we hear Caribbean and island, a lot of times you're thinking of, you know, Juve and the rough up thing, but there's a lot of young professionals from the Caribbean. You know, a lot of us come up to study, and no matter what the field is, whether it's accounting, engineering, you're a truck driver, you're an entrepreneur, you can be a young professional, and you're making that money. A lot of people live in downtown Houston.
That's true.
A lot of people live within the 610 loop, you know?
Tech, oil, gas, the whole 9 yards.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they want to go in a comfortable space where they can still vibe to their Caribbean music, but they don't necessarily want to be
in a club,
in a hall, or you know, in a spot where they don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
So,
I feel that it's not their forte in a sense. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Some people just want a higher level of fun.
And that makes sense. Honestly, there's levels to this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So in the end, the club stuff, you know what I mean? And I don't want to say club stuff, but there's certain elements for certain environments that give off a certain type of vibe. And I can appreciate the fact that you are given this type of, that you listen to the people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I can definitely appreciate that.
And then wherever you go to, if the club or the venue is giving that type of vibe, you have to provide that type of service.
I get that. Okay. Do you only service in Houston? Do you take your events elsewhere as well too? Kind of migrate, collab, things of that nature?
That's the plan.
Oh, okay.
And one of those is gonna start we've done it here and there, but that's gonna start next year with Juve Junkies.
Okay.
That's another event that I'm a part of. We're collaborating with SSS, which is a very big brand, you know, nationwide.
Shout out Freeze, shout out
to Freeze International, my boy. We'll be here next month.
Okay.
At House of Bacchanal.
Okay.
Hong Kong. So, yeah, we collaborated with Freeze and that SSS team, which is a very big brand in itself. Hoping to grow and be bigger.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah. And not just go to other places, but we want the people from all those other places to come to Houston.
Exactly. Yeah. And know this is where you can come and expect
and have that type of vibe.
Exactly. Okay. All right. So, in regards to building your team, right? And knowing what your expectancy is, right? And having to relay that information to be able to build a team. It's hard to trust. This is your baby. This is basically your project that's building, you know what I'm saying, and flourishing. But to actually be able to entrust somebody else to carry on your vision, right, to your expectancy, how do you put that trust in the next person?
It's trial and error. You know, you work with someone or a team for a while. After a while, that you build that trust. You know, so if they show you that they're working hard, they're hardworking, and the trust is there from the get-go, and it has never failed, and you continue to build that trust with that person. So I pretty much had my team for the last 4 years.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
And they've been locked in. Actually, you know what's funny is the fact that they're all the way down to like the girl that mans the door.
Yeah.
Since I moved here, it's been the same one to the point where she knows my name, and she's just like, you know what I mean?
And at some point too, with your team, you have to know when to elevate them if they want to be they want to do something different. And so now and then she'll be at the door, but most times you see her walking around the floor. She's the floor manager.
Promotion.
Promotion, yeah.
Pouring into them.
Yeah.
Okay. So that way they not just feel appreciated in a sense, right? And they want
Feel
to stay
appreciated and they can grow.
and grow with
You
you.
know, and if they want to learn to do it on their own, then they're getting the resources and the education to go out and do it on their own.
You too. Okay. So they'll be able to get a, what is it called? Referral from you.
They don't even need it. They're going to have it already, and I'm going to help them to get to wherever they want to go.
I like that. I like that. So no more going in the back scene? Because it was like pulling teeth to get you in front of the camera now.
You got me out of my character today. She's very good, y'all. She's very good. Very, very coercive. I'll tell you that.
But no, I love being able to get the real from those behind the scenes. I've always been a behind the scenes. I was in events as well too. I was always behind the scenes and I was always pouring into others as well. So it's very refreshing to hear somebody else that was actually facing the same shoes as me, and then to also be able to see you step out, you know what I'm saying, and do your own thing, and it blossomed the way that it has, you know what I'm saying, and just continue to see its growth. I can appreciate it. I may not be in the business like that anymore, or curbed a little bit, but seeing you and seeing the encouraging factor that you pour into your team and the consistency as well too for someone like me, and I know for somebody else out there that's actually wanting to get into the business as well too, it's definitely refreshing. So definitely flowers to you, and definitely appreciate the fact that you're giving not just the vibe but like the culture experience for those that request it, but then also for those that don't know.
I don't know.
And are open to getting to
and
know.
if you notice something, every time you come, because Coco been coming to the brunch for a long time. Every time you come here, you see different people.
Yes.
A lot of new faces.
But also, it's also the way that you move as well too. The fact that, I mean, you started out Edo, you know what I'm saying, and then moving
Actually,
around.
I started out at Amali.
Amali.
Yeah.
I'm talking about since I've been here.
Which is now Palapas.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
So I started over there, and then I moved
22,
22. Yeah,
something like that.
yeah. I moved there. Then I was in Edo. I was also in that spot downtown by I forget the name. It was the upstairs spot. It was upstairs. It was downstairs. Anyway, Hanky and Pellet.
Oh yeah, that's
Hanky and
right.
Pellet, yeah.
That's right. But sometimes you still do events there too, right? Yeah. Okay.
And now we're here.
And now we're here at Reset. That's what's up. All right. So for those, once again, that are looking to get into the business, probably even see if they can get in with you. You know what I'm saying? And learn from you, shadow you.
Come up with something new. Come up with something that the people have not seen, something that they're familiar with, but present it in a different way. So you can separate yourself from the others. Because everybody can probably make bread if they follow the ingredients.
Yes.
Everybody can do it. But what is your signature touch that you're going to put on it so that you don't look like every other piece of bread?
That's hard.
Yeah.
It is easier said than done. It definitely is easier said than done. And I notice most of the time, a lot of people, they're wanting it quick.
It's not quick. It's something that you gotta build. Just like anything else, you gotta stay consistent and you gotta build on it. And the people that stay in it, longer, they tend to win.
So collaborations,
Mhm.
right? You have the accessibility to be able to get DJs outside of the area, you know what I'm saying, and pull them in.
Every month.
You have the accessibility to be able to get DJs outside of the area. They're not always local, you know what I'm saying? We also are able to pull in not just travelers, you know what I'm saying, people to be able to gain the experience visiting Houston as well too. But I'm talking about collaboration in regards to Kyle,
Okay.
right? I see Fire Kyle, you know what I'm saying, a well-known MC from New York. That travels around as well too. You know what I'm saying? How did that collaboration come about?
So after I started the brunch at Amali, which is now Palapas, after about 8 months or 9 months, I mean, it had grown from the first month. Okay,
Brain.
the first month was good, but since after that, it just kept growing. And at some point, you need some help because it's managing people can be difficult.
Okay.
And when you're on your own doing it, it can be a lot of work.
Yeah.
So if you have someone who already knows the business, like Kyle does, and is also good at marketing, then it made sense to bring him on board. So he did ask me to come on board, and for me it was a no-brainer.
So it's just really just more so like what you think, not necessarily fall back on, but just you feel like you need more improvement in, or you know that because it's hard. You know,
Yeah,
there's too
sometimes-
many avenues
yeah.
that one
And
has
sometimes
to
you just need some help with manpower, with
I see.
another hand. And as long as that collaboration fits into your goals and the things that you want to do,
And that's where I'm getting at.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Your-
sometimes with collaboration,
your goals have to be aligned.
exactly. And so being able to actually get these collaborations or being able to cross paths with people who, whether you want to collab with or like you and Freeze, you know what I'm saying, and that team and your team, and seeing certain things like that, right? Making sure that y'all align. That's not common. Well, it is common, but you know, it's very hard,
not,
especially
because-
nowadays.
It goes back to a thing you said, trust. That's lacking a lot these days. But when you find someone genuine and real recognize real, that trust builds automatically. So I've been knowing someone like Freeze. I've been knowing Freeze for I don't know, maybe close to 10 years.
Okay.
I was one of the first people to bring him to Houston, and since then, he recognized that the business has been good
Yeah.
and the camaraderie is great. So anytime I call Freeze, he comes.
Yep. It's too easy. At that point, you've already built that rapport, that relationship. So it's just like, why not? It's no loss for either one of y'all. It's actually more of a gain. So I like that. Okay. So again, let the people know where they can find you at outside of Bacchanal Brunch first Saturdays.
You can find me on Mr_Mackie on Instagram. Also Plan B Events Live on Instagram and Facebook. My government name, Makaza Mackie Dinnard. You can find me there. Also look out next month. We're doing Bacchanal Brunch like normal. But again, we're adding to it. Just like last month, we brought an artist. Next month, we're bringing another artist from St. Lucia. And we're going to be at Noto.
Where is that?
Noto is in East Downtown. That's where we did the Carnival Brunch.
Okay.
It's a much bigger venue.
Okay.
And so we expect a bigger crowd. So we need a bigger venue to fit that.
I feel that. Okay.
Because it was really tight in here last month. It was tight. It was tight.
And one more time, anybody looking to get into the business, aspiring to actually get into any line of business, but let's say more so for the sake of entertainment and servicing, what advice would you give that person?
Come up with something unique, come up with something different, put a plan together, put a strategy together, work on it, do your business good, create your LLCs and all that, trademark your name, to protect it. Get a team together because it's going to be very hard on your own. But if you need to start on your own, that's fine. But as you go, get a team together that can work well with you. And consistency is key.
When you say a team, do you mean like a team of 10, team of 4?
It can be a team of 1. It can be a team of 2.
Help.
Just have help. And make sure they know what they're doing.
Right.
And if you don't have anyone that you can trust, then hire somebody.
That part. Mackie, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Anytime.
I'm probably going to be going around and making sure I get the vibes on camera as well, too. But yes, thank you so much. Get ready to know the chop up here with the Muscle Hustle Podcast. I'm your girl, Cokes, and we're out. Don't even go be high.
You make it easy, Coco. You make it easy.
Can you believe it?